Welcome back to the Citystead, everyone. Today you get to come with me on a journey as we do the next step in this whole process of trying to start a garlic growing business. What is that next step, you might ask? This bit of seed garlic that we have saved from last year is just not going to be enough to actually grow a substantial amount to be able to try to resell it some. Which is where this comes into play in our trip to the post office. See, in order to start a garlic business, I have to grow a lot of garlic. More than just for me, I gotta grow enough that I can actually try to sell it. So, being that I don't have enough seed garlic to do that on hand from stuff I've harvested, I've had to go to an outside source and get me some garlic. So if you're wondering where I get my garlic from, I actually have been buying from this place for 3 years now. The entire time I've grown garlic, I've bought from them. It's a place called Urban Farmer, and I will put the website down below for them. I have loved all the garlic I've gotten from them, every variety. They've all done good every year I've had them. So I highly recommend using these guys. I'm not affiliated with Urban Farmer or anything like that, but I did find them online when I was looking for different companies that sell garlic. And there was a lot that appealed to me about this company. One of them was the fact that it had urban in the name, which really piqued my curiosity. So this company, Urban Farmer Seeds, is actually located in Indiana, which is pretty good because it's very close to us, same kind of region of growing and all that. So I'm expecting what they have to be very well, acclimated to our kind of climate, which I think is helpful when you buy seeds from companies that are in your area, in your zones, because they are going to have more seeds that are suitable to what you have temperature-wise, so they might be able to produce a little bit better for you. Now, I told you before about how there's so many different varieties of garlic, and one thing I want to do is try to grow a bunch of different varieties. The more I have to offer, the better it would be. I want to be able to be like, oh, this is for this kind of flavor. You want a spicy garlic, you want to go here. You want a more mild, you got this one here. And that's what I want to be able to try to sell. You know, I want to sell that these things are actually very different and have very different uses. So that's going to be part of my sales pitch in the different things that I grow. And obviously some will be able to sell for a little bit more than others will, just because they might be more specialized and have a different quantity and things like that to them. So with that said, what do you say we open these up and actually check out what varieties I grabbed? Of course, to open them we're gonna need something, and a gardener never goes out in the yard without his hory, right? If you've ever wondered, this is what 6 pounds of garlic looks like. So I got 6 pounds of garlic here, and that is quite a bit. I plan on doing a little bit more, and I got a couple other things I'm doing. Plus we have our garlic that we're gonna grow, which is probably close to another pound of garlic. And I'm gonna tear all these down and count cloves and all that. I'm gonna do a really detailed track of what I put in the ground, what I actually harvest, what I sell, how much I sell them for, and that'll all be coming probably next year, you know, when we get into those videos of harvesting and getting them ready for trying to sell at a market, or however we choose to do. We're still kind of undecided on how we're gonna go about selling it. I think maybe going to the farmers market or trying to do it online through Facebook and other means like that. So still working a little bit on the game plan, but it all starts with the first step, which is okay, let's do this to get to that point. So in this 6 pounds of garlic, I actually have 8 different varieties, and I got some that I would like myself, and then I got a couple that I don't really care for, but I want to be able to offer a very good range when it comes to products. So that's kind of why I went, with a couple things that maybe aren't my favorite, but I want to be able to have that variety. The garlic I have that I'm not really that excited about growing myself would be this elephant garlic. And I know a lot of people like it, and it's fun to grow because it's a ginormous clove in there. You put that in the ground, you get a big old head of garlic, but you only get like 3 or 4 cloves on those. It doesn't produce like a lot of garlic. And then actually when it comes to these elephant garlics, they're actually not true garlics. They're more of a leek. So they don't actually have the same garlic flavor that you would get out of like a culinary type garlic. So you're gonna lose a lot of flavor just to have a giant bulb. Not really like what I'm aiming for with this, but I do know people will be gravitated toward this just because when you see large produce, it really draws your eyes in and your attention. So by having some of this available and being able to put it on like my table, or even like however I do it, like pictures and all that, people will look at it and people will notice it, which is the only reason I really grabbed this. Kind of an attention seeker. I got a couple things like Montana Giant and Romanian Red, which are also bigger, larger heads of garlic, but they're gonna have that traditional garlic flavor to them. It might not be as strong, but they're gonna have a lot more of that garlic flavor. And like I said, you would get things that have larger heads on them. Like you can see, these are actually the heads, not just cloves. You have to take these apart yet when you plant them, but it's just something that people will look at and they'll see it and they'll really draw them in. So one thing that's really neat about garlic is that it has like this color to it. And it's this really interesting like purple, swirl type reddish color to it. It's just awesome. And some of them are more colorful than others. A lot of them are just going to be plain kind of a white sheen on them. But I got a couple things like the purple Italian and this Persian star garlic. I'm going to show you this up close. It might be a little hard to see in there, but... So this is actually a purple Italian garlic head right there. You see that purple color on it? That's what I'm excited about, because I think that's another thing that'll really draw people in when they look. They're gonna see that and they're gonna go, whoa, what's that about, you know? And just having that color is gonna be really nice. But these are also really tasty garlics. I also grabbed me some Georgian Fire and some rosewood garlic. I didn't get very much of this because I'd never actually heard of it or tried it before. So it's just kind of one of those things. I'm gonna get a little bit, offer something different. But I got a lot of the Georgian Fire. It's supposed to be a little spicier, which the name kind of says. And I really like garlic that has a lot of good flavor and kick to it. That's what I'm drawn to when I get garlic. So I want to offer the spiciest garlic I can, you know, get out there, and have some milders for the other people. But I really want to offer that kick of garlic because I think that's the best garlic personally. So I can sell it better, being that that's what I believe garlic should taste like. Now there is one other variety of garlic that I got, and it's kind of the one that I'm really most excited about. And I've been growing it for a couple years. Let me put you down there. And I actually grew it in this bed last year. This entire bed, it's 4 foot by 4 foot. It held quite a bit of garlic. This is what most of our garlic was this year, and it's music garlic. And I got the most of that. And I actually have a little bit more of this coming. So this is actually what chefs would say is their favorite garlic for cooking. This has the most garlic flavor you could imagine. And as far as I've ever tasted different garlics, this is my favorite by far. I really don't know what makes this music garlic so special, but it's usually one of the hardest ones to find when you go to buy garlic. And I mean like really hard. Like you have to search the ends of the internet sometimes. That's actually how I found urbanfarmerseeds.com. Yeah, I was looking for this specifically when I came across that website, and to notice that they had a lot of it still, I was kind of shocked. So I had definitely bought some, and then I went back this year right away and bought mine a little earlier because I didn't want to miss out on doing it, and because I had been kind of planning this throughout the summer. This has been taking a lot of time and energy and focus to think of how I'm going to go about doing all this and put this all together into a way of making myself a sort of a farm business, a start of a farm business, if you will, to where I can start making a little bit of money off of all the work that I do out here and all the little bit of land that we do have in town, which is what I really strive to want to do. Is I want to show you guys that there might be possibilities that maybe you weren't thinking of, and maybe even I wasn't thinking of until a few years ago when I started thinking like, can I make money off of what I have in my backyard? And this is the start of it. So this is the first haul of garlic that I got. All of this will be going into the ground. I got a little bit more coming. I'm gonna do a couple other little things. Plus we're planting the garlic that we had, our seed garlic. So I'm expecting to get quite a bit of garlic this year, and I'm really hoping that I can, you know, get a little bit of kickstart into this and kind of start setting myself up and kind of becoming the go-to garlic person in my community, basically. All right, guys, that is the first garlic haul. We have taken the next step. We have gone through deciding what we're gonna do. We have gone through building space to do what we're gonna do. Now we've actually gotten the product that we need to start the business, plant the garlic, get it in the ground so we can have it come spring. Next video in this series that I'm doing, showing you how I'm trying to develop my garlic growing business in my urban backyard garden, is gonna be planting out all this garlic. And I might do a couple videos. Maybe I'll do like a simple how-to plant garlic video, and then I will do a kind of an in-depth like garden and planting video, something different. So look forward to those coming up. And we're gonna do a couple other fun things with garlic that I got some more things working on. So you will see a good series of garlic videos within the next month or so. So I hope you guys don't get tired of them. But this is my direction moving forward, and I'm very excited about it. Very anxious about it also. I'm very nervous about doing this and trying to keep up with it with my normal life and my normal job. So I'm going to take you guys along, and I'm going to show you, because I think it's important to try to share what I'm doing, because others of you might be struggling with, I want a farm business, I don't have time for it. And if you are like me in the same boat, like I said, I'm not even at the Citystead sometimes for weeks at a time. I go out of town 5 days a week and come home weekends, right? So it's hard to do a lot of stuff. It's hard to keep up on things. But I think this is one that is for sure something I can do and I can keep on top of. And maybe it can give you an idea of how to move forward in your want for a business that is using your yard, or a farm business with whatever you're doing. So hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you guys are sticking around for these, and I'll see you guys in the next one.